What would you know? Amry's getting a new horse, Colt. I've been patiently waiting for this one. I wonder if my hat's giving it away. Let's go hook the truck up and get on the road. We've got a horse to pick up. Do a once over check. All my tires look good. We are good to go. We're getting loaded up, taking a solo trip today. And man, you guys are gonna be excited to meet this one. I'll fill you in when we get there. What do you think of Amry's driving shades? You know, you gotta switch it up a little bit, not the riding shades. We are 5 miles away, I cannot wait. So excited. We have made it. Here to get my new Colt. Here with Jerry Wynn. If you guys have not checked out Jheart Quarter Horses on YouTube, go check him out.
Right.
Big
and
shout
also
out. Go
to Painted Desert Ranch. So we have 2 YouTube pages, or channels. So
perfect.
take a look. I'm not quite as good looking as Danielle, but,
hey,
but I might have a little more knowledge. Barely.
Heck yeah. You don't. Danielle can't have that mustache either.
She can't do the mustache.
Yeah.
She can do the hair, but
that's pretty cool. And you guys also have a lot on Facebook as well, correct?
yes, I keep everything on Facebook under Jerry Wynn and also Painted Desert Ranch.
Perfect.
So we try to post everything. I'm what they call a selfish Facebooker.
Oh, okay.
It's all about my horses.
Hey, I like it.
Grandkids once in a while. So
hey, I like it.
no political, no nonsense.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
That's right. I thought that was what it was all for.
Right?
Right.
And Jerry saved me a pretty good looking colt. I'm excited to meet.
This is a real nice colt that I really liked. His sire is Texas Blue Valentine, and then his dam is we call her Sea Lynx.
Okay.
And she's a sorrel, really cowbred kind of horse.
I do have to ask, where'd you get the dam from? Because she has some of that Pitzer line in her.
Well, I don't remember exactly. Actually, I bred her, so she was born here. Okay. But her mother, I think, she might have came from the Pitzer. I don't remember. I've had, thousands of horses.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Well, let's go take a look.
Thank you. Yeah, excited to check him out. I noticed he was standing here quietly, so that's awesome.
He hasn't been handled a whole lot, and he gets a little bit nervous, like when you come up onto him and just little stuff like that.
Okay, that's okay.
But for all in all, he's really pretty responsive. He's really a thinker, which I like.
Yeah.
A lot of that cow breeding coming out in him. Quickness, sensitive. Mm-hmm. He does know how to eat some grain.
Okay.
We never teach him that, but we did it for you.
Thank
we know that you do a lot with grain. And
Thank you.
We try to give you a little bit of a head start.
Appreciate it.
But he's sure a pretty little dude.
How do you make them lead so well? Because I noticed your colts lead a lot better than my colts do.
Well, first of all,
we don't really even try to teach them.
We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't try to teach them to lead from the start.
Okay.
We just tie them.
We just tie them and let them kind of figure out. They can't go anywhere when they're tied up, so they might fight it a little bit. And every time they come forward, they get some relief.
Oh, just from being tied?
Just from being tied.
Okay.
And so probably the second time we lead them, they're still not super good. But if we can get them away from their mama, then they love us.
Oh, okay.
So take them away from their mom, put them in a trailer, take them away from their mom.
Take away from their mom. But it's a lot about pressure and release. So like if I want him to come with me, and I don't hold him tight, But he has to think about where I'm at and what I want from him. So if I do that, he's starting to think, well, maybe I'm supposed to follow this lead rope and this guy moving away from me.
Okay.
And the same if I stop, I want him to stop. Or if I go backwards, and I haven't taught him to do anything backwards, but you can see how he tipped his nose just because of the little bit of a pressure.
Awesome. Awesome.
I followed Ray Hunt for years, and Ray Hunt was really big on letting them think, first of all, letting it be their idea, letting it be their thought, even though you're directing it.
Okay.
So when we lead, that's what we do. And sometimes somebody will be behind us, like if he was having a hard time leading, I'd have somebody just kind of be behind him to help him.
Okay.
But as you can tell, he knows where I am. See, that didn't take very much to get to there.
Yeah.
A lot of people like him to lead right next to you. I'm not that real big of a fan. And the same if he wants to walk around. At this point, sometimes I don't discourage that because it's hard to get forward motion sometimes. But if I get forward motion and I can direct it, I like that.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times if they're going, you can get them kind of leading.
Yeah, if they're going,
you can kind of time their feet. If they're kind of just already going around you.
Okay.
If they're a little bit scared, you just manipulate that.
I think something Henson's talked about too, and it's called a feel. So if I give that, he knows that I want something.
Okay.
And so that will come just right here too. So if I can get forward motion, but I can keep that feel to him, and don't constantly, when he does good, the same when I come around here. It's just light. I want that hindquarters just to shift over a little bit and then the front end to come over right there.
Okay.
And so just very simple things. It's,
okay.
I'm going to say it's not magic, but it's feel.
Yeah, they do good.
They have
we used to try to
feel.
lead them right from the get-go. I mean, it'd wear you out.
Yeah, and I've done all
so
that.
So just don't fight them?
I've had 35 years of this, and I didn't always do it horseback. When I was younger, I thought I was tough enough. And at the point, I must have been because I kept doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather just get on the horse.
But Henson kind of revolutionized us.
And they kind of will follow you a little bit, not always, but they're a little more comfortable.
Kind of feel
okay.
follow a horse a little bit.
I thought. And just tie them up like 3 times, and after a while they're just
okay.
leading.
I like it.
I like that.
Now we did take some video of him being trimmed. This was one of them, and he stood
awesome.
there really good. He didn't stand there really good to start with. I mean, it definitely, and even now, if he's used to do it,
yeah, he probably wouldn't.
He probably wouldn't stand there real well. But after you worked with him and showed him, then he'd be fine.
Okay.
So.
The other thing I noticed about our rooster colt, when we took him to the pasture the very first time, there was water out there. He went right to it and started drinking, and all the other horses were afraid of it. So I like that these guys are raised in the pastures.
And not all of them have, I guess, groundwater, but most of them will be in a pasture at some point that does have a little groundwater in it.
Sometimes.
And so, yeah, they're not afraid. Usually not afraid of it.
The drier years.
The drier years, our colts don't know what water is.
Yeah,
we don't either.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to mention, because I see a lot of people on Facebook do this, they try to sell roans as a blue roan, and it's not a blue roan.
Not a blue roan. This is,
and you have been you're even super honest about your grays.
Yeah.
And like some people, they try to pass grays off as blue roans, and I'm like, no. So what are, you breed a lot of horses. You know that. What would be your tips?
Say a lot of the tattletale is the nose and tips of the ears.
Okay.
Now, this is what happened at one point, is they said a brown roan. So a brown muzzle, brown tips on the ears, even though the coat looked a lot of blue, it's changed a little bit. And I don't know why, but it's changed maybe last year and then this year. Obviously, dark black is a sign of blue.
Okay.
Grays will fool you because they look kind of black, but if you look through them, they're not.
Okay.
They actually have gray in there.
Yeah, usually gray around their eyes.
There's a little gray around the eyes. They'll get goggles right here.
Okay.
The legs, black legs. or on a blue roan, a gray will look black, but when you really look at it, you can see there's gray in there, and it will turn, it will change.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, there's probably a lot more signs. I don't know everything, obviously, but
I do appreciate your honest representation, because I see a lot of that on Facebook.
well, another guy actually called and he says, I want your blue roan. I said, I don't have a blue roan. He says, no, I seen one. I said, no, I don't have one.
Okay.
He said, well, what color is it? I said, well, it's gray. Well, I don't want gray. He said, well, then you don't want him, because he will be gray. So, yeah, I don't know. I just like to represent him how I see him and try to be as honest as I can. Nothing hurts your reputation worse
Yeah.
than it's, that $4,000 or $5,000 is never worth a bad reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never.
Good point.
It never is.
Good point.
So we try to be as honest as we can,
Yeah.
and we are far from perfect. I mean, we make plenty of mistakes,
Everyone does, but
but we try to own up to them and do what
Yeah.
we can.
yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely bay roan. But when he was really slick, he looked really silvery blue.
Okay.
And
But
he'll
but
be
because
pretty.
of the brown, he's a bay
But because
roan.
of the brown, he'll be a bay roan. He would be considered even a brown roan at some point, but they've changed that.
Okay.
Nancy does all of the registrations and all the color stuff,
Okay.
and she told me that, and so that's why I'm even aware of it.
Okay.
Because I said brown roan, she says, no, that's not a thing anymore.
Oh.
And I still don't know. I could be wrong. So go check it.
Yeah. No, I've never registered a Colt, so I'm new to that, but
Nancy does all of the, Nancy is so much behind the scenes.
that's pretty cool.
I take all the pictures, I tell her the names, I tell her who the sire and dam is, and she does all the rest.
Nice.
She knows all that stuff. I don't know anything.
Good partnership.
Yeah. And his registration is actually visible through the digital. I don't have a hard copy,
Okay.
but his is, and I'll give
Okay.
you that information.
Perfect. So is this the first year they're doing everything digital
I think
with
so.
AQHA? Okay.
Well, last year they actually sent me a digital reading, but they also sent me a hard copy.
Okay.
This year, I think you had an option of just a digital and leave it there, and if somebody wants it, you get a copy.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Perfect.
I like a hard copy all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of nice to have that paperwork on them.
Because
Proof.
this up here don't work that good, and my phone's not as fast as flipping through a binder.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you guys have lots of horses to check out too.
Oh, I tell you, it can get overwhelming.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
I forget exactly what his name was. It's I think it's C. Coyote.
Okay.
Jheart C. Coyote.
Okay. I was pretty excited when I saw his bottom side, because I saw some of that Pitzer stuff as well. I was like, that'll be a fun cross.
I had Pitzers for a long time, and I still do have quite a few of those mares.
Okay.
And I had a few of the stallions, and we just changed it. It just works for us and works for our clientele, and so it's not about me. I can't ride them all.
Yeah.
It's about everyone out there.
Yeah.
What they prefer,
That's cool.
and so that's why we do what we do.
Yeah. Breeding for the people.
That's it.
Perfect.
We hope anyway.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
See, he feels real free.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't feel like I'm locking him down anywhere, and I want him to feel that way. All of the, I guess, he still has respect, but the respect if I want you to stay there and not move really comes later.
Okay.
And you're going to do a lot of that with him, but
Okay.
I just want him to move. I can't put him in that trailer if he can't move,
Okay.
and if I can't move him.
I see. I did get to see the video of him going to the vet too. You guys just take him out to.
Yeah, we took him.
That's cool.
Just so he could have some drive time, and
Yeah.
I think it's the first time we put him in a trailer, right?
that was the first time we put him in a trailer. And that way, he knows how to get in and out. He's not afraid of it, the clanging and banking and all that good stuff.
And all your colts are super quiet. I noticed when you guys tie them up, they're not really nickering or fussing.
Yeah, we have a few, but overall, the biggest part of them, they can stand there. But their mom's not too far away usually, and the moms are all seasoned mothers.
Okay.
They're like, I'm not worried about my baby. I know that, in 30 minutes, it's coming back to me. And so I think they get it too, after years of doing the same thing.
That's cool.
So repetition is good with horses, I think. Make them good.
Perfect.
See, he just wants to be good. He
Yeah,
wants to stand there.
I
And
like
I'm
it.
sure you could do anything to spook him and make him crazy and all that stuff, but you know, just a little bit of pressure, he just really, see, he feels it. He wants to do something. He's a cool colt.
Yeah. I'll
I
be
think you're gonna like
excited.
him.
And watch his journey on YouTube.
Yes,
Everyone will get to see him grow up.
that'll be neat. Yeah,
See
and
his
we sure
strength.
appreciate Amry and all that she does too. I mean,
Thank you.
she's out there really educating people in lots of different ways, and so
Thank you.
we appreciate that because it only helps us also.
Yeah.
The horse world needs some positiveness.
Mhm.
And
I agree.
I just hope we're all that.
Well,
And,
thank you.
know, Hanson's the same way. You know, he does a great job of getting out there and showing what these horses can do and what other horses can do also.
Yeah. I enjoy watching your training videos, Henson. So thank you.
That's Danielle.
Well, yeah, appreciate Danielle putting those together.
Yeah.
Seeing the behind the scenes and
All about good training and good horses and keeping it alive.
yeah. If anyone needs a good colt and you're not already shopping, you need to check out Jheart Quarter
You
Horses.
bet. Give us a
Check
holler.
them out. Well, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna get them loaded up. I did bring a halter if
No,
you.
he comes with a halter.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Comes with it.
Perfect.
That way you can just let him drag it. You ain't gonna
That's
really
what I
go
do.
off.
Like, I know some people on YouTube, they don't love that, but I let it drag for a little bit.
Yeah, they
How-
step on it. They kind of feel it.
Yeah.
Well, these people wonder why I do a bigger one,
Uh-huh.
and the reason is because if he does get hung up a little bit, he can always get out of it
Okay.
because it's not tight everywhere; it's just loose.
Mhm.
And
This
eventually,
happened, we go in there and it's off their head.
it's off their head.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I noticed the halters last year, they were big enough too, they can grow into them.
Yeah. So if you
They're
keep
not
a halter
sucking on 'em.
for a while, you can still have them.
And I'm headed home with my new Jheart baby. I'm so excited. Thank you once again to Jerry. He even hooked it up and sent me home with a few hats. Pretty special. And so if you're not already, go head over to Jheart Quarter Horses on YouTube. Subscribe to their channel. And you're going to want to head over to Painted Desert Ranch on YouTube. Subscribe to their channel. Both in collab with all the Jheart horses. You guys have got to see Rooster on my channel. Now you're going to catch a lot of this new guy. We are going to get home and show off the new baby for you. We have made it back to Flagstaff. Chubbs wants to say hi. Hi, Chubbs. And we're going to see the pen situation, get this guy unloaded, get him into a good pen. We can get some touches on him the next couple days. But the one thing I noticed while traveling, this guy is super quiet. That is a huge plus for me. You are a winner already, buddy. Oh, he's a pretty boy. Let's get our pen situated and we'll get this guy off the trailer. The sun is setting quicker these days. And that's how you know that winter's coming. We had to feed some horses and get things situated. I left this guy in the trailer so we could do all that with him in, but let's get him unloaded and put into his pen. Hey, buddy. We'll have to wait till it's daylight to show your color off a little bit more, huh? All right, you ready to be home? Heck yeah. Good job. He's a good job. The new guy is fed for tonight. He's got his grain under there. We will get to all the stuff and things tomorrow. Sorry to blind your eyes. And some of y'all might hate me for this, but I'm leaving the halter on, so leave the hate in the comments. I'd love to see it. It is the next day, so this guy has been here for one night, and we're just gonna check in on him in the daylight and maybe show what my first step with the new guy is going to be. Thank you, Jerry, for my hat. Looking mighty fine, my favorite color. And let's show off this new guy. Kind of get to see a comparison between him and a Pitzer baby on this side. So these other colts have graduated to the big pen that leads out to the pasture down there. But they can only go in there once I can catch them. Good. They can't run away from me at all. So that's why those guys have graduated. They got their grain bin over that way. And here is Mr. New Guy. I want to show off his looks, his coloring. I am going to attempt to just step on his lead rope or get close enough. I can grab him so I can give him some lovin's. You're okay, buddy. Gotta be strategic. Don't want to scare him. I can step on that rope without him even noticing. Got the foot on it. We got him. We got him. I kind of scared him. You're okay. Heck yeah, buddy. Let's set our camera up and do some lovin's on ya. A good scratching sesh. He doesn't quite want the grain out of my hand yet, but that's okay. This is like our first day, so this is pretty good. But I will just sit here while he eats his grain. And honestly, this is a pretty big win because you can see how he doesn't really like to take his eyes off me. And that's just a natural thing for horses. They're prey animals. I'm a predator. He might think I might try to eat him or something. So we're just gonna get him used to me sitting here and being near him while he lets his guard down and eat some food. And we're gonna leave it at that today for Mr. New Guy. He is enjoying his grain. He did good. I just want to kind of start becoming his friend and not bother him too much, but kind of ask for some of his time and see if he'll accept it. So there is New Guy. Like I said last night, you guys are going to want to follow his progress, so make sure to subscribe to our channel if you're not already. And before I let you go today, let's do one check-in on the other babies. Oh, hello, Mr. Cutie. Did you scratch your forehead a little bit? We're going to need some Corona cream on that. Let's show everyone how gentle you are, huh? Let's show them how gentle you are. Okay, let me in there. Let me in there, old dinosaur. I'm going to squeeze through. Squeeze through the bars. This guy, by far, is the most gentle of the two Pitzer colts. But his daddy's gonna wimp him, so what do you expect? Oh, you're gonna try to meet your friend? You guys meeting each other? It's like, hey, why are you on that side of the fence? I will sniff you. Funny guy. Oh, we got this sexy thing. You are so beautiful. I gotta show you guys off. You're growing already. You're growing and getting big. Yeah. Oh, got other Mr. Sexy Thing coming over. Mr. Kicksman. Mr. Kixie. We gotta show you off. Your forehead's wet this morning, silly boy. Oh, yeah. That's a good end screen. Thanks for coming along. All the babies. Excited to see their progress.